It's here, everybody! Snoopy! Create and decorate his dollhouse. But there's no doors. Well, there is doors. Well, it's sort of windows. It's windows into the world of Snoopy, where you can create and decorate his doghouse and his mini doghouse. Isn't that sweet? Right, this is just a little introduction on the Build Snoopy set. So I'm going to just talk you through exactly what you get when you order this subscription. And so this is what we're looking at first. What is this? This is your welcome letter from D'Agostini, welcoming you to the collection and just explaining about what's going to happen. And this, at the end of your collection, when you've done all the hard work and put everything together, you'll be left with this creation. This will all be lit up, and all of these pods, I'm going to call them pods, you can pull out and turn around. I think there might be some that are fixed. I think these two might be fixed, and certainly the corner ones, they're not interchangeable. Although saying that, which you'll find out in a bit, you can get different ones in the for premium pack. But that's what you're looking at. That's what you're building. Our main Snoopy doghouse here. You can see we've got a height of 22 inches, height of 23 inches, and depth of 6 inches. The depth is the same on the mini doghouse, but the height is 9 inches, with the width being 11 inches. So what else do you get in your intro pack? Obviously you get your bill. I won't show you that. You get this. Let's have a look at this. It's very colourful. That's one thing I'm liking about this collection, is it's going to be colourful. It's going to look very cartoony. It's going to look very much in the design of the Snoopy classic that you know and love. So all the characters are on there, as you can see. There's Charlie Brown, there's Sally, there's Linus, there's Lucy. But in the middle there they are, Snoopy, Woodstock, and Mr. Brown. So this is the little booklet you get. If you open up to the first couple of pages, it's going to tell you what you get in your collection. So obviously you get the assembly instructions. You get a bit about Snoopy or other characters in the comic book series, comic strip series, should I say. Then more about the history, about the artist, about the writer, and then classic comic strips. Now, while we weren't on the subject, but we were on the subject a minute ago, about the premium offer, this are the goodies that are on offer to you. So, if we refer back to our sheet here, you see the bits down the side here. You can have new bits. Ooh, shiny bits. So for a few extra spondoos, you can get some more scenes, which includes Snoopy the astronaut, Snoopy playing football, and among others, classic characters like Pigpen. Who wouldn't want that? So that's if you upgrade a premium offer. You don't have to upgrade. It's entirely up to you. I have chosen to do the upgrade, but you don't have to. So, and if you don't even do this collection, you're just watching this, you can watch me with the upgrade parts and see where they come in. All right, let's flip this up. There's a big picture of the house. Now, this isn't to scale, obviously, but this gives you an idea of what the house is going to look like. Like I say, all these pods, yes, I'm calling them pods still, you can turn them around. So it says here, reversible scenes for more choice, more choice and more fun. What I tried to do there is combine the word choice and fun and came up with chun. It didn't work. 32 classic scenes from the Wonderful World of Peanuts. And all around here gives you all the different, it actually does it in seasons, which I really like. It's got springtime scenes, summer scenes, classic fan favorites, winter scenes, and fall scenes. So it's got all the scenes recreated for you. What have we not shown you? I've shown you that. Free gifts. You like free stuff, right? Well, again, you'll get free stuff with this subscription. And these are the exclusives. Can you read that? Okay, I'll stop. So the exclusive are, number 1, bing, Snoopy binder. Everyone needs a binder. You need somewhere to collect your magazines, which we'll look at in a minute. A nice little tote bag with classic flying Snoopy there. These 3 posters. The posters are 12 by 18 inches. So nice, 3 nice posters there. And one of the last gifts, hopefully, if this is as it states, will be a nice mug and mat set. So you can have breakfast with Snoopy. Okay, so that's pretty much the collection. Obviously, it's a monthly subscription, and it's going to be built over the next 2 years. And if I'm correct in saying, we start off with 2 in the first pack, and then I think it might be 3, but don't hold me to that. But it will gradually move up, and there will be either 4 or 5 issues per pack. It may even be 6. I can't remember what I read and what I didn't read, but there will be multiple issues each month. But stop there, because we're doing something a little bit different on Life and Times of Mulch for the Snoopy build. Each episode that I do will just be a one stage. And the reason I'm doing this, I just wanted to try it for variety. I didn't want to do all my builds the same way, so this would just be, each episode will be 1 stage of the build. I mean, it may be doing it this way that you get a more even spread of these builds. I'm hoping to do maybe a couple a week, but I'm still got yet to decide on that. But yes, it won't be, you won't see the video and there'll be 4 stages. It'll be 1 stage per video, so just to stress that. Obviously in the pack you do get the first 2 stages. We'll only be working on stage 1 in the first video, but I'm going to show you the first, because they're pretty much the same, just obviously that says 2 and that says 1. But I'm going to show you the first book to give you an idea of what actually comes in the book, how it's laid out, and because I won't be going through these magazines every time. If there's something that I want to point out that I looked at and thought, oh, that's interesting, I might point it out, but otherwise I'm just going to give you a good look at the book now, and then we won't look at the book in depth again. So this is obviously the cover, nice picture of what you're creating. The first page mainly tells you what you're building and where on the model it's building. I'm shaking the camera, so I won't do that anymore. So I'll show you what you're building and where it is on the model. See, it will also show you the pieces that you get, so you can, and the figures, if there are any figures, what figures you get, so you can check your pack and make sure you've got everything. And then obviously on the first few pages you've got all the instructions that you need to assemble the parts that come in issue 1. Okay, they're really nicely clearly laid out, easy to follow, and I'm sure if there's any real trouble you could contact D'Agostini. You could even contact me if you wanted to, lifeandtimesofmulch@gmail.com, if you're doing this and you're a bit stuck, or you want some advice, or just want to generally have a moan about my channel. Go for it. So that's that. Then you will come on to Snoopy. This is the character gallery, it says in there, and this is all about Snoopy and how he's changed and evolved from the 1950s through to the 1990s. And apart from the early days, Snoopy, the actual look of Snoopy hasn't really changed that much, but obviously the early 1950s dog was very different to what we know now. So it tells you all about that, and obviously different magazines will have different characters. We're going to have Charlie, obviously, we're going to have Linus, we're going to have Sally, Lucy, all the characters I'm sure will be covered in those pages. And then in this page, or these pages, called the Peanut Story Landmarks page, this one is particularly about the father of Peanuts, Charles M. Schultz, and tells you about him and how he started this comic strip and how the inspiration came and how it all came about. And in these few pages will be more about the history of obviously Snoopy and Peanuts on those pages. And then to follow on with that, and the last few pages, it's all about classic comic strips. starting where it all began, October 1950. Now, I wasn't here in October 1950, but this is what the very early comic strip of Charlie Brown. Look how happy he looks. He looks so happy. Little Snoop, the first time you see Snoop. So that is what you get throughout the magazine, and that is pretty standard. So you get your magazine, your instructions, character study, a bit about history, and then comic strips, all in this lovely little book, and it will all be able to go in this binder. Doing my own sound effects now. That's how budget we've become here at Life and Times of Mulch. And there you go. And then pack 1 and pack 2 have turned up like this. I don't know if they're all going to turn up like this. Probably not. This is usually the, you know, really, but it's really good packaging. And as you can see, there's a little sneak peek in issue 1. We've got Linus and Snoopy. And in issue 2, we've got Sally and Charlie Brown. It also comes, as most of these parts do, with a screwdriver. So we've got about 6 million of those now. So they're the parts. Obviously, we're only going to be doing pack 1. We're only going to be doing pack 1 in the first video. Last thing I want to mention that we did get is this glue. I believe it's a type of super glue. It just says instant adhesive, so I believe it's kind of like super glue. It does explain in the pack that you only need very little to use. A little goes a long way, so I think that's the type of glue it is, but you don't have to use it, but they supply you glue, so I'm just showing you what they supply you. I'll probably be using a mixture of this, a glue called tacky glue that I use, which looks like this. So I'll be using also probably this, which I recommend. Really good stuff. Tacky glue, and I'll also probably be using for the really tough spots maybe a little tiny little dab of super glue. I use Gorilla super glue, and this is like the jelly sort of stuff. It's not very runny at all. You can get it just on one spot and it's not going to run everywhere, so I recommend that one. I'm not sponsored by any of these companies, so you get whatever's comfortable for you. This is just what I use personally. I'm tapping on my belly there, and that is the Snoopy collection. Like I say, the next episode will be stage 1, and then the next episode of that will be stage 2, and it will go on like that, and we'll do stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, all the way up through, I believe it's 120 stages. Don't think it says on here. No, I think it was 120, but if it's more than that, I apologise, and I'll put a correction here. No! Okay, I've corrected myself, or not corrected myself. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that and a little introduction, and I'll see you soon for pack 1. So take care and see you next time on the Life of Times of Tacky Glue. Mulch.